to my channel. So today I wanted to show you guys my meal prep. I'm setting some new fitness goals that I will talk about in a next video to come. But regardless of what your goals are, knowing how to meal prep is just extremely useful. Whether you're bulking, you're cutting, you're just trying to maintain, or you're just trying to make better choices throughout the day so that you don't end up, you know, grabbing fast food or office muffins or something like that. It's just good to meal prep, and a lot of people want to know how I do it. To be honest, the past few months have been so crazy that after I did my summer shred, which was February, March, April, May, then I was kind of winging it for a while. I mean, I would eat as I go because of my schedule, you know, kind of allowed me to just kind of make my food per meal. But I will say that that does leave you with a lot of temptation, especially when you're traveling or when you're in a new place. So I'm gonna show you guys my meal prep because I've set some new, very exciting goals that we'll talk about later. And yeah, like I said, if you're bulking, you're just gonna wanna eat a bigger amount, and if you're cutting, you're just gonna wanna eat a smaller amount. And if you're just trying to maintain, you just wanna eat until you feel satisfied. So it's really that simple. So let's go to the kitchen and I'll show you what I'm gonna be meal prepping. All right, welcome to the kitchen cam. So first, before I show you what I'm gonna be prepping, I'm gonna go over kind of the whole meal plan. So twice a day I have a shake. I have a shake for my first meal of the day because it's easy and because frankly I love having shakes in the morning. And then I also have a shake post-workout. So with that I'm gonna have protein powder, usually about 20 grams of protein is what I look for. Like I said, depending on your goals, you may need to double that, you may need to cut it in half, in your body size of course. So I got protein powder and ice, and then I usually go with frozen blueberries because it makes it nice and like a thick smoothie, that thickness though. And then I use almond milk, and I use unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Plain unsweetened almond milk doesn't really have much flavor. Unsweetened vanilla almond milk tastes sweet, and it's only 30 calories a cup. So I usually do, when I'm cutting, which is what I'm going to be doing right now, I usually go for half a cup, so it's only 15 calories, and then I do half a cup of water, ice with blueberries, and then protein powder. And then I go for PB powder. So doesn't really matter what brand, it's frankly all the same. 2 tablespoons is only 1.5 grams of fat, but it still gives you that like nutty peanut butter flavor, and it also adds to that thickness though. So that's usually my morning shake, also my post-workout shake. I keep it simple. If you don't like blueberries, you can of course supplement for any other berry, or you can even use half a banana. You can use some oats. If I'm out of berries, sometimes I will use oats as well, but I like to have berries so I can get some antioxidants in and lots of fiber. So there we got it, shake number 1, plus your post-workout shake. Now let's talk about the food for the rest of the day, which is gonna be over here. For my protein sources, what I'm gonna be prepping today is I'm gonna be using the Beyond Meat chicken strips. These do have soy, so if you're a soy-free person, they do make the beefy crumble, which is soy-free, and there's also a lot of other options you can do. There's other options you can do, such as beans and lentils, if you want to stay completely away from soy. It doesn't bother me. To be honest here, and I couldn't find tempeh at the I went to 2 grocery stores and I couldn't find tempeh yet. I'm new. I just moved in. I don't know where everything is yet. So we're gonna go with the good old-fashioned Beyond Meat chicken strips. And if you maybe are not vegan, or you're trying to transition to veganism, or you're just kind of curious, I suggest trying these out. Great way to supplement you know, meat products, and it's just an easy protein source. Okay, so for my veggies, I'm going to bake some veggies at 400 degrees. That's usually what I set the oven to. And I have in here some broccoli, carrots, sugar snap peas, and mushrooms, and red peppers as well. You can do whatever kind of veggies that you want to put in with every single meal, or at least with 2 meals. And then I'm gonna also, on the stove top, I'm gonna saute some baby bella mushrooms with cabbage or coleslaw, whatever, it's cabbage. So mushrooms and cabbage, like sauteed, is actually a thing that my mom did, and I really like it, so I'm gonna put that in with some of my meals. Really wondering, where are all of your carbs? Girl, where are your carbs? Like, I didn't forget. Okay, so I got just plain minute brown rice, easy peasy. And then I also have some whole grain bread. This one's only 60 calories a slice, so I can get away with like 2 slices of bread. And then for fats, I got avocado, so I can make avocado toast with the bread. And there you go. And then I also have some baby spring mix, which is gonna obviously not need any cooking. It's just for a salad. And then to top my salads off, I always go with salsa or mustard, but I'm gonna go with salsa for this video. And then I also have hummus, which will just kind of add some protein and calories, and that's gonna be for the salad as well. That is the basics of the food choices that I have. And to make seasoning easy, because that's probably the #1 question I get asked, is I'm gonna go with good old-fashioned garlic powder, pink Himalayan salt, and ground black pepper. And I'm also gonna use some low-sodium soy sauce on the veggies and the Beyond Meat as well. I prefer Bragg's liquid aminos, but like I said, I couldn't find it at the store. I have to still explore the other grocery stores. Just don't, okay? And then I also got my handy dandy food scale so I can weigh out my meals. So, it's time to cook the food. The stove on medium heat, and I'm going to add a little bit of spray so that it doesn't stick. Don't need too much of that. And I'm gonna go ahead and put these little protein guys in there. You get in there, guys. Okay, cool. So we got that going. I'm just gonna kind of let them simmer, flip them over, and then I'll add some seasonings to it. And I got veggies in here, baking at 400 degrees. Go me, I'm multitasking. So we got those things going in a deeper pot. I'm gonna also just do a little tiny spray so we don't get any stickage. And I'm gonna add the mushrooms that I just washed. You get in there, get in there. So we got some baby bellas in there. And then I'm gonna add this cabbage slaw. Okay, hold on. Add this cabbage. Good. Now for this, I'm gonna let it steam so that it can get kind of softer because it's all crunchy and raw. Alrighty, so here we have enough meals for 2 days. So I got 1 day here, so keep in mind that I'm adding the whole grain bread with avocado, which I will be adding to this meal with the roasted veggies. And then I also have 2 shakes in addition to these 3 meals. And then same over here. So what I did was I have the cabbage, mushrooms, and protein over here with 1/2 cup of brown rice, and then I have the protein with roasted veggies, which I'll add a piece of whole grain toast to, and then for my last meal is just a salad, and I added hummus, and I'll also be adding salsa. I just get whatever salsa, but obviously I'm gonna add that last so it doesn't get all like soggy and gross. So there you go. So now that I have these meals ready, it'll make it really easy for me to just kind of stack them in the fridge, and for the next 2 days I can just grab them, with the exception of the shakes. Obviously shakes don't take long to make because I use a little mini bullet blender, so I can just kind of take the cup with me if I'm in a rush. So obviously if you're trying to gain weight, you're gonna wanna eat in a surplus, which means that you're gonna wanna eat more calories than you are burning. So if you're bulking, you probably would need a little bit more than this, maybe double up on the rice, maybe even add more fats in, you know, add some avocado to the salad and things like that. If you need help finding your macros, I do have a guide for that. It's called the Vegan Fit Body Design Guide, and I'll put the link to my website in the bio below. I hope that this super simple bodybuilding style meal prep kind of gave you some ideas. And you can see how I cook when I have a very serious goal. I like to cook things all at the same time, so I'll have something in the oven, a few things on the stove, get it all out of the way. You can of course cook more and cook like bigger in bulk meals, which is how my last meal prep video was. It was kind of all in bulk. But this way is easy because then if the day after tomorrow I decide I don't want roasted veggies and I decide I want to do grilled asparagus instead, then I can kind of change it up every few days. But that's simple, guys. And again, of course, you can change out your protein options. I just used the Beyond Meat meatless chicken for this video because that was all I had at the moment. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go ahead and eat a meal now, pack these up and put them away, and then head to the gym. Make sure you're subscribed. I have lots of fun content coming out here in my new home. So yeah, thanks for watching and sending you all love and light. Peace.